How's it going, everyone? I am coming to you on a Thursday. I used to do these on Fridays, but I think Thursday is a better time. Let me know what you think in the comments. And I have a feeling I'm going to trip all over myself today. Please forgive me. So I will be coming to you 1 p.m. Central Time on Thursdays. And as always, the topic is what's new in the digital world, social media, and other spaces like email marketing. Account-based marketing seems to be a hot topic these days. If you're interested in something specific, let me know in the comments or send me a message on LinkedIn. I will primarily doing these via LinkedIn, but I'm also streaming to YouTube and Facebook. Today's topic, though, I'm going to focus just on one thing, and that's Instagram's recent news. I got so many comments from people saying, oh my God, what are we going to do? Because the announcement was, actually, I'm going to let you hear this from Adam Mosseri from Instagram. I'll play the video for you, and then let's talk about what that means, whether you're a small business, a big business, what does that mean to us, and what we need to focus on for the rest of the year and into the years to come, because people want to know. So I will share, bear with me, Adam Mosseri's video.
Hey everyone, I thought it would be good to start sharing more about what we're currently working on internally at Instagram, just to give you a sense of what's coming before it comes. Right now, we are trying to build new experiences primarily in 4 areas. The first is creators, and I've talked a lot about creators and trying to help them make a living. And this has to do with the shift in power from institutions to individuals across industries. The second is video. Video is driving an immense amount of growth online for all the major platforms right now. And it's one that I think we need to lean into more. And I'm going to actually talk about that more in a minute. The third is shopping. Now, the pandemic shifted or accelerated the shift of commerce from offline to online by a number of years, and we're trying to lean into that trend. And the fourth is messaging. How people connect with their close friends has changed a lot over the last 5 years or so. And it's moved primarily to messaging away from feed and stories products. But today, I actually want to talk a bit more about video. And I want to start by saying, we're no longer a photo sharing app or a Square photo sharing app. The number one reason people say that they use Instagram in research is to be entertained. So people are looking to us for that. So actually this past week in our internal all hands, I shared a lot about what we're trying to do to lean into that trend, into entertainment and into video. Because let's be honest, there's some really serious competition right now. TikTok is huge, YouTube is even bigger, and there's lots of other upstarts as well. And so people are looking to Instagram to be entertained. There's stiff competition, and there's more to do, then we have to embrace that. And that means change. So what you're going to see over the next couple months really is us start to experiment more in the space of what we call recommendations. So showing you things in feed that you may not be following yet. We just started testing an early version of this last week. This week there's a new version that's coming out with topics where you can say which topics you want to see more of or less of. But we're also going to be experimenting with how do we embrace video more broadly. Full screen, immersive, entertaining, mobile-first video. And so you'll see us do a number of things, or experiment with a number of things in this space over the coming months. Now, we have an idea of where we're going to end up in a half a year or a year's time, but I'm sure things are going to change many times between now and then. This isn't something that we can just do overnight. So you'll see us iterate and try and be very public about what we're doing and why with videos like this one. Anyway, hopefully you'll enjoy it. Peace.
Peace. Yeah, so lots of competition, and they're acknowledging it. TikTok is really, really pushing them to change. So a couple of things I'm going to call out from this in case you missed this. And hey, Jack, do say hello in the comments and drop in your questions. I'm watching to see if there's any questions. So the big announcement, the thing that people are freaking out about is the statement that we are no longer going to be an image social network. It's going to be a video platform. For years, we've been talking about the rise of video. I've been encouraging our clients to produce more video. About 3 years ago when I started my video series, Mana Minutes, we were really early on with this, we started cutting our videos tall and square. It was a lot of production to fit these videos to every platform. Now, the tall video has, is everything right now, right? TikTok, Instagram Reels, Instagram TV, all of those are in tall format. Even YouTube has introduced a tall format. So we've already been moving in this direction. So if you haven't yet invested in video, you really, really need to, well, first stop and take a deep breath. I'm also panicking a little bit because video is not easy, especially super quick video, but it's totally doable. And then get your teams together, get your agencies together, get your freelancers together, and start thinking through your strategies. This is not going away. And I know it's expensive, but we gotta do it. So here's some thoughts I have for you. One is that it's a lot easier to produce video when you think of it not as the nature of a platform. So when you think of it as not something that you do on TikTok and you take these frames, photos, videos, and then clip them together and put copy on those. You can create and edit videos off platform. You can have a freelancer create those for you. If you're working with an agency, this is the time to start having some conversations about their video capabilities and what you can do to work together. Or frankly, if they don't have those capabilities, how can you add it to your team? And what he said in this video too is that it's mobile first. Everything is going to be designed to be consumed on mobile devices. We've been talking about this forever as well, but I know who you are. Some of you are still falling behind on this. So think of it as editing off the platform. And a simple way to start is to come up with a template. A template meaning we're going to do a 1, 2, 3 tips video. And we're going to frame it like this. And we're going to have this music, whatever works for you, these fonts and so on. It's kind of like map it out. Use pen and pencil if you'd like. And then start creating videos that use that formula, that template. Take a class. One of my employees, Allie, she's taking a class on Reels next week. We've all been doing a lot of this visual communication, but we all need to learn more and we need a refresher. If you're going to hire someone to help you out with this, don't just pick somebody because they're good at doing their own reels. You want somebody who knows how to do it for other businesses and can work collaboratively with you on that. Another tip, the sound that you're going to use, these networks prefer something that's viral. Instagram has already announced, and I talked about this in a previous live video, Instagram has announced that part of their algorithm, they take into account the sound that comes with that video. And if people pick up that sound and reuse it to create their own videos, the algorithm thinks that your video is entertaining and it's going to show it to more people. So really think about the sound you use. The social networks don't have the ability to read photos, to read what's in a video itself. If I'm showing them a watermelon, they're not going to be able to identify that as a watermelon. So you need to give it some clues. So the sound, text that you're going to use, all of those will tell the algorithm, oh, this belongs to a topic that people are interested in. Another fantastic way to produce video for social media is to collaborate, work with creators. As you've heard him say, they're gonna empower creators to do more and more. And not just that, they're gonna empower them to make money from the platform. TikTok actually was the first one to introduce this. Instagram is copying it as well. So start thinking now about who you want to collaborate with. Start reaching out. Start discussing ideas. For a lot of our e-commerce clients, a lot of the influencers will just be happy to work with a product, but collaboration is also key because for them to tell your stories, they need to understand who you are. So I know some people who work with influencers and design the entire experience themselves. Let the influencers fit your story within what they're creating, but collaborate with them. So we've been in situations where we got much better video from influencers than we could have easily produced ourselves. Also because they immerse your product, your services into a real life scenario. So start thinking about these things now. As you heard also, the video experience on Instagram is going to take many different formats. It's going to be immersive, it's going to be full screen, and so on. So prepare to be agile in what you're going to test. Advertising is coming to Instagram Reels. So start thinking of what type of ads are going to fit into your Instagram content strategy in a way that seems natural. So if your ad shows up as part of a real experience of somebody else, does this look like a real person created it? And is it going to capture the attention, or are they going to skip over it? People are there to be entertained. In a previous video, I talked about how the algorithm rewards content that is entertaining and that is funny. Now, not everybody can be funny, right? We can't be funny on command. But in the past, we have hired comedians to write content for us. Yeah, they're out there. So if you want to add some humor to what you do, it's worth working with professionals. You can't expect your agency, you can't expect your employees to just become funny overnight. And in fact, when you try to force it, it really backfires. So just don't do it. And if you can be funny, there's other ways to be entertaining. You can still be informative. You can still teach things. You can, add some shine to what you're doing. Add some puppies and kittens and keep it light. So send me your questions about video. We do produce a lot of video. As I said, I'm intimidated myself because despite having my own video series, I have editors that I work with. And these days they're in such high demand that you're going to want to start early to build some relationships with videographers, with editors, because they're really hot commodity. And in fact, if you know any editors who are looking for work, drop their names, their LinkedIns, their contact in the comments below, because I get asked a lot about resources. And so I'm always happy to introduce people. Yes, send me your questions. I will be back here next week, Thursday, 1 p.m. Central Time, with more news. And send me your news if you have any. And you can also find me on YouTube, in every social network at Manamika, but it's easier for me if you send me your questions via LinkedIn. Hope you found this useful, and I will see you back here next week.